What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the top of the map, playing his favorite god, Poseidon. He is the embodiment of Poseidon himself, actually. His name is Matreiuss. In another, I believe that in Italian, Matreiuss actually means Poseidon. You guys can check that out and tell me I'm wrong, but it's actually true. And I think that there's probably like an urban dictionary, like kind of thing that's kind of been added there as well. So, yeah, we know that Matreiuss and Poseidon are the same thing. We do have his opponent in the bottom of the map playing in the blue color. He's playing Hades, and his name is Kimo. Now, unlike Matreiuss, which means Poseidon, Kimo doesn't necessarily mean Hades. I don't actually know what it means. I think Kimo is potentially like the Kimbras. I don't know. The map is Oasis, and we've got a game here. We've got Staff of Dionysus up here, the plus 20 villager food carry capacity. I love this relic, especially on this map. Beautiful relic. And the Oseberg wagon. Two S tier relics here. So whoever gets those is going to be living the dream in this game. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Now, I've got some wild ideas for Mythology. Just after playing a little bit, like all the new ideas that came with Age of Empires 4, I think they could be very easily implemented into Mythology. Like, for example, how cool would it be is if you picked Ares. It's not just that you get access to like a Cyclops. That's not the only unique thing you get. What if you got access to like a unique building, so that each different god path had like even more decision making to be made? So just for an example, like when you play the Chinese in Age 4, you can unlock like the dynasty thing, which unlocks an extra building, like the village. You can get that in Mythology, where you go through a certain god and you get access to like a bigger house or like a bunch of other cool stuff. It could be very, very cool, but just adding that extra little bit of uniqueness and decision making is always something that I'm very much a fan of. Cool. Let's continue in this game. So it's the Hades Poseidon mirror. So this is actually, I'm actually very, very unsure about how balanced this matchup is. So on the one hand, I think Hades has got one of the strongest death ball armies in the game. On the other hand, I think that Poseidon has got access to the strongest free unit. It's not free, but the strongest kind of mercenary unit in the game, in the militia. So I've got these two things here that make the late game of these gods S+ tier, right? But which one's actually better? Or does it just kind of equal out? Or maybe like if this was Age of Empires 4, you could just run away and be fine here. And if you can't get the goat, no one can. That's what Kimo is saying. He's going to lose a lot of HP on the Kadoskabots for this, though. Not that it's going to matter, but that's hilarious. Anyways, we see the Theseus coming out for Matreiuss. And we'll see how this game's going to go. It is Oasis, so there's a lot of opportunity for this game to go very, very late. Though it's not too... It's a 4-forest Oasis. So oftentimes on the 4-forest Oasis, we do see some earlier finishing in the game. But with the 2-forest Oasis, you can kind of just wall up and play super hyper defensive, and the games can go very, very long. So we'll see what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see the game go long here, but also gold mine's exposed, no town center to defend that, though this town center is here, and if you can kind of wall up this, it's going to be hard for your opponents to push through onto it. Similar situation for Matreiuss. He's got an exposed gold mine with the town center here, but this one is much more exposed, so maybe Kimo with a timing push here in the heroic age might be able to end the game there. But we'll see. There's the Centaur coming out. Hermes does come through. So no surprises here for Matreiuss. No Ares, no crazy shenanigans though. Funnily enough, like if you go Ares Artemis with Poseidon against like you are playing on Oasis, so you can assume the game's going late. If you go Ares Artemis, your opponent has to then go, because he's probably going to go Athena. Your opponent then has to go Apollo, Artemis themselves to keep their advantage on the Toxotes, because that's just how it works. Anyways, the relics have been picked up for each player. We've got Matreiuss has grabbed the Osberg wagon, so he really doesn't want to lose this. He's grabbed the Osberg wagon, which is going to basically dictate his late game is going to be much stronger in this game. But Kimo's got the Staff of Dionysus, so he's going to have a much stronger mid game. So we'll see.
Πρόσεχε.
And there's the second town center. Both players are going to be... Yeah, both players are basically saying, yeah, boom wall, boom wall. So I actually kind of like the idea of going Ares just to level the late game playing field of the Toxotes. Literally just for that reason. You also get a Cyclops, which isn't that useful, but you can kind of deal with the Minotaur. Anyways, he does snipe that Minotaur off, and now the heroes are fighting each other. Got to be very careful. We don't want to give that relic away. So Ajax going to leave. Theseus going to leave. Villagers moving over here onto the granary. And the Centaur going to have to just do some micro here. Kimo's got to be careful. He's got to be careful. He's going to try and catch Matreiuss off guard, but it's not going to happen now. The Chiron's in here. These villagers are being very greedy on this berry bush. I'm not sure that Matreiuss can actually defend this just yet. His Theseus dropping this off. The Ajax and the Theseus are roughly the same HP. But the Hippolyta is down a lot. Nice villager pull here, though. Going after the Ajax. He's going to be able to take the relic here as well. Snipes that Ajax. The Chiron sees the relic on the ground. The villagers moving forward here. We see the Hippolyta picking up the relic. And now we see that not only does Matreiuss score the Osberg wagon, he is also scoring the Staff of Dionysus. And this is going to be absolutely gigantic for Matreiuss if he ever decides to put that relic in his temple, that is. But, what? Hello? This is the middle of the map. What are you doing here, Matreiuss? He's being cheeky. He's being cheek. You see this Chiron go for some more raids. The Hippocon are out to cause some to prevent that one here. And we'll see how this is all going to go. And the Kadoskopos moving forward. We see some more houses coming up, doing their thing. The walls going up in the middle of the map. I'm honestly surprised we didn't see Kimo go 3 town center here. This seems like a perfect map for 3 town center. There's no food, so it's basically just herdables. So you're going to have to farm anyways to get to the heroic age. There's really no 2 town center strats that are viable here. Same thing for Matreiuss. I am surprised we're seeing units getting built here. I'm genuinely surprised. Obviously, you build if you want to play this more aggressively. You build the units and send villagers forward to take more map control with walls. If your opponent goes for 3 town centers, that's kind of the gist. But we'll see how this goes. We see the villagers now, not villagers, Toxotes now moving forward. They could possibly snipe this villager, though the villager is going to be pushed away. We see the Hippocon getting some good damage done. Toxotes are not that bad against the Hippocon here, but they are going to get some good value. Still trying to micro this half decently here. As more Hippocon moving in onto this location. It takes them a while to move up to full speed, and that's why you get extra Hippocon in here. You see a bit of a misclick there onto the wall, but does snipe that villager before the wall goes up. Nice micro yet again from Matreiuss. There's Kimo casting Restoration. Maybe a little bit preemptive there, pushing Matreiuss back. He will snipe that Katoskopos off as well. Villager's going to be retreating away. As this gold mine here doing its thing. For some reason, Matreiuss is mining that. I guess he doesn't like if he gets pushed off this, he can just move back into his home gold mine, and he's got a lot more time to play on that. But he does have this town center to send over here. I assume Matreiuss has got too many villagers on gold here, though. 16 villagers on gold seems like a lot, but maybe his Hippocon costs that much, I guess. I'm still completely confused about what's going on here. Like, is he going to throw up some buildings over here later? It's like he's really playing for much later in the game. Stables coming up now for Matreiuss. Now we see a potential engage is possible here for Matreiuss. Oh, I love that timing there with the medium Hippocon. He's going to find it hard to get in onto these Toxotes. Loses his Theseus as well. He might try and go for some like snipes on the straggler units moving forward. It's just not a bad idea. But there is really no raids that are possible against a Hades player. He's got Sentinels. He could potentially get Watchtowers here if he needs to. But he is going to be just walking forward. And in a way, this is good because it's bringing these Toxotes out into the middle of the map. So we could turn around on them, but we are seeing the Hippocon coming through here. Going to be greeted by the town center. Everything else is going after these villagers. And the villagers will turn around and take this fight here. With the help of the town center Sentinels and some extra units. We may see a couple of villager kills, but no, we just see 3 Hippocons killed. 1 Hippocon for Kimo there. So a very bad trade for Matreiuss. So he's pulling back.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
I'm so confused. There is no negative to put Staff of Dionysus in your temple. Just because the villagers dump it off slower. I'm so confused. A nice little surround here from Matreiuss getting onto all of those Toxotes. Should be able to take this fight very, very easily here and clean up Kimo. Very good. That's going to force Kimo out of here. Kimo's coming in with some more Toxotes, though I think Matreiuss has got a big, big advantage here. Kimo's got 103 pop to 123 pop. Now we got a lot of Toxotes in for Matreiuss. His farm's starting to come out. Matreiuss is always really, really good at this farm transition. Kimo's doing it nicely as well. He's still got some herdables left. Has a lot of farms up. How's the economic upgrades looking? Pickaxe, hand axe, and plow. So we see Kimo pushing in yet again. I don't think that he should be taking these fights here. Like, he feels like he's stronger because he's Hades, but he doesn't have the population, does he? 122 to 130. Yeah, it's just like the army ball for Matreiuss is just so much bigger. Though the Toxotes are dealing an extra 1.3 damage a second for each of them, so it's a good amount. But I think there's just more Toxotes here. 13 Toxotes versus Kimo's 12. So extra 12 damage a second-ish for Kimo, and Matreiuss gets an extra 6.5 damage a second. So it's a slight advantage for Kimo in the fight, I guess. If you do the math. Which I guess I did. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I did it. House coming through for Matreiuss. Another town center up for Kimo. Town center up for Matreiuss. But these guys going with very, very similar ideas here. I think Matreiuss will hit the heroic gauge potentially first. Seeing the armory coming up for Kimo. Is there an armory up for Matreiuss? But these guys are basically playing exactly the same here. I mean, it is a Greek mirror, but you know, that's how it is. Kimo's still like kind of throwing his face, and he needs medium Hippocon, I feel. Now we've got medium Toxotes. The advantage for Kimo is very much smaller. It's only like 0.6 a Toxote in terms of damage. So as the fight goes through, I mean, there's the medium upgrades. So this is kind of okay now for Kimo to fight. We'll see how it's going to go. It's very, very close here. Nice micro from Matreiuss to pull those Toxotes away. Very good. We see more Hades Shades coming through. The Hippocon numbers are starting to dwindle. Matreiuss at 109 of 145 population, 130 of 145 population for Kimo. But Kimo is pulling back here as he's just kind of was getting more Hades Shades. So that's the big advantage that Kimo's got, and that's what he wants. As Matreiuss is just pulling back, doing his thing. Picks off a Hippocon, picks off a Hades Shade. Pulls back, look at all the dead units here. Blah. So many carcasses. But now we see stables coming up on this location. These villagers that were here. Moving forward, what does Kimo see? Oh, he's going to see these going up. He won't see this one. This one's out of line of sight. Yep. Oh no, it's not. I don't think it is. But Matreiuss does hit the heroic gauge. Kimo will be heading there very shortly, so he's a minute behind. There's the curse onto this. And that's probably why Kimo had like a more sizable army there in that situation. Do you see those pigs getting sniped there? As we're still seeing the push forward from Matreiuss. He does have this cheeky wooden wall here, which is maybe being more of a hindrance than anything else as this game moves forward. Nemean Lion coming through. I would really like to see Apollo here and not Aphrodite. I don't think there's any threat of losing here. And I think the Underworld would help out a ton in this map, in this map and in this matchup. But not the option. And Matreiuss still going strong here. See the Nemean Lion going to go straight onto these Toxotes. I love this play here because it does so much damage to all the Toxotes. And they've all got low hack armor. The Nemean Lion is going to get picked off, but it's kind of gotten its value here as it's very, very much weakened all of the Toxotes of Kimo. But in that same moment, that's going to force Matreiuss back. And we are seeing a big problem that you have to overcome in this matchup. Because normally the Greek wars, it's a lot of fighting, a lot of like trading equally, but you can't do that against Hades because Hades just keeps getting these Hades shades, and it's like he's happy to keep taking these fights because every time he loses a unit, there's a 20% chance he's going to get something back for it. You can see some side builds coming up here from Matreiuss. He's on both of these. You see the stable is scouted out as well. It's a lot of wood to be investing in this, but he does have a lot of resources in the bank. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kimo gearing up to go to the Mythic Age here. He's got a lot of wood in the bank as well. And there's the curse going down, but he did hit a lot of those heavy Hippocons with a lot of HP here. Seeing Matreiuss push forward, doing his thing. And now Kimo has to think about what he wants to do here. There is a Hippolyta here. So the Nemean Lion will get picked off fairly quickly. We're going to see Kimo do exactly what Matreiuss did to him here, trying to move that Nemean Lion onto the Toxotes ball. But Matreiuss just going to retreat calmly. He should be able to get himself someone else. And I think we are seeing Artemis coming through. No, Hephaestus coming through. Lots of villagers on this temple and still not putting the stuff. Imagine having an S tier relic and not putting it in your temple because for some reason you think it hinders yourself. I don't understand. We do see a beautiful raid over here. Getting sniped down though. The villager's going to decide to fight. Yet again, these Hippocon just kind of getting brutalized here by the archers. And Matreiuss is just not able to find much here. There's the Mythic Age. We'll see if the Earthquake's going to come down over here. We don't see any upgrades for Kimo. We see an immediate... Oh, he's gone through Hephaestus, not Artemis. I'm silly. He's got that up. He's going to throw down the armories, get himself Forge of Olympus. I'm following. I know what's going on. He does have the resources for it, but not clicked it up just yet. There we go. Forge of Olympus. I wonder why he's leaving villagers on favor. Is he going for Colossus? I don't think Colossus here is a great idea. Just go straight in for Heliopolis against this army comp. Get yourself a fortress or two, make Heliopolis, live the dream. We just see these units pushing forward yet again. There's so many very, very strong Hippocon here. Is Kimo going to the next stage? He is going through Hephaestus himself, getting himself Divine Blood as well. This game is still very, very close and in the balance. Kimo losing a lot of units here to fight this. And with the advantage that Matreiuss is going to get, he's got himself copper shields coming through. He's getting himself copper weapons. He's going to be a full minute, if not more. Probably going to be bronze upgrades to 0 upgrades on Kimo if he has the macro, has the resources to get him. So it's going to be a real big timing push that Matreiuss can push in. So There's the fortress. Love that. And the Heliopolis should start coming through. See the Colossus coming through. Matreiuss has taken the villagers off of the favor now. Back onto food. Needs more villagers on gold. He's got his trade route started though, so it's fine. He doesn't actually need more villagers on gold. He's fine. And Matreiuss is just going to have to figure out where he needs to go to put the pressure on. And I love that the walls are already up for Matreiuss. He's controlled the map beautifully here. We see some more raids coming onto these villages, hurting Kimo's economy just a little bit. Prodromus is over here as well to just defend those cheeky raids. Nice play. And the Colossus going after this fortress will get taken down. Now there's the fortress up. I'm sure we will start seeing Heliopolis very shortly. We see bronze coming through, almost bronze male. And Kimo, he still doesn't even have Forge of Olympus coming through. He is so far behind on the tech here. But he's got those Hades Shades to help defend. The question is, can he get the tech out and defend the timing? Because if he can, he's going to be able to stabilize and we'll go into a very, very equal late game. It's going to be very, very interesting. Now we see the wall getting taken down. As Matreiuss is pushing off this gold mine. Kimo does have a little bit of gold, 22 left in his base, but that's kind of it. He does have this gold mine over here that he's moving towards, but Matreiuss is transitioning into Hoplite Toxote for the late game here, which I do kind of like. I do say kind of like, but we'll see how it's going to go. Is he aware that this gold mine is getting gathered from or not? He is totally aware. He sees with the storehouse. It's one of those things where you want to grab yourself out... what's it called? Signal fires? Yeah, signal fires nice and early as well, so you can see a lot more of the map, but not happening just yet. We see a big amount of these units pushing over here while the raids pushing in, taking down the villages of Kimo. I don't know if I like this at this point, because he's got the armory advantage. He wins this fight so hard if he just fights it, but he doesn't have the armory over here. And are we seeing even more upgrades? Iron coming through for everything, burning pitch. Kimo now just about to finish Forge of Olympus. He has no upgrades. He's got copper shields. That's it. No upgrades basically whatsoever. So Matreiuss just needs to take this fight now. He's got like 2 minutes to play with before things start getting more even. And he can just keep pressuring this gold mine over here. Maybe sneak up some towers or something over there. We are seeing the Colossus getting taken down from afar by the Hippolyta. Going to be trying to retreat away from that. Keep this one alive. The Atlanta comes through. These Toxotes are falling. We're seeing more raids coming through as the Sipicon push forward. More military buildings coming up for Kimo. He is sitting at a very healthy amount of resources as the Colossus is now eating the gold mine, trying to stay alive, but does end up falling. These Sipicon moving in, going to start taking down these villages of Kimo. Kimo is starting his trade route now in a very precarious position, but it is fairly decent, to be honest. He's found like a decent position for it given how much map control he has. But all of these villages falling, Matreiuss does hit the timing that he needed, getting a lot of value out of these super upgraded units here. Iron Mail now coming through for Matreiuss. Divine Blood Quarry as well. Kimo, on the other hand, has next to nothing remaining. Polyphemus coming through, the big unit that is Polyphemus with all of those upgrades. He's got 63% hack armor and pierce armor, as well as 24 damage and 5 crush damage. He doesn't get bonus against buildings, I don't think, but that crush damage does a very, very big help. Is that right? You must get bonus against buildings. That's so much damage there. We see the Heliopolis now pushing in, and this timing from Matreiuss is brutal. We'll see if Kimo can hold. He's got himself out. The heavy hoplites, absolutely key. Champion Toxotes are in now, though, for Matreiuss, and I'm sure Matreiuss is going to be thinking about getting some champion hoplites out as well in the near future as more Heliopolis coming through. Funnily enough, these Heliopolis do not get any bonus from those armory upgrades. So he could have done this before going for those armory upgrades, but all the military buildings falling here as Kimo is attempting to hold on. We do see a cheeky raid coming through here, breaking down this wooden wall, going after the gold villages. We do see a fortress over on this location, trying to secure that one for Matreiuss as well, as we've got 5 Heliopolis here. 5 Heliopoli is the correct term. Burning pitch doesn't affect anything in regards to what the Heliopoli get. All it does is make the projectiles go on fire. That's it. That's it. But now engineers come through. That's a big upgrade. And look at how strong these Heliopoli are just at dealing with the Toxotes here. It's so very, very good. We see a cheeky raid over here, but Matreiuss, full population, Hoplite, Toxotes, reminiscent of that late game dream comp against like the Norse and the Egyptians of Myrmidon, Heliopoli, so very strong. That's kind of what he's doing here, taking down the military academies, taking down everything that Kimo has here. And I'm not sure what Kimo can exactly do to defend this. He can make himself Prodromus to try and take down the Heliopoli a little bit easier, but that's why you make the Hoplite. And now we see the Hippocon going after villagers on this location. Kimo is back over onto this gold mine yet again. So Matreiuss can start thinking about raiding that as well. We're seeing more heroes coming through for Matreiuss. I want to see that Polephemus back into the battle. He is so very, very strong. But Matreiuss is maybe overdone it on the economy now. He needs to start trimming villages down, I think. Maybe not. He's kind of floating not many resources, so maybe it's fine. He's still not actually fully upgraded either, so he's going after the town center. The villager is going to be repairing that one. Some good value these Toxotes are getting here, but the Hoplite's now going after the Heliopolis. There's the Polyphemus for Matreiuss as he's going to be pushing in with that one. He can start just simply either using it on the town center or on the Toxotes is completely fine. I believe his special attack one hits the Toxotes because it just does enough damage. We'll see how that's going to be doing now. The Heliopolis moving forward here. Going to try and take down the fortified town center. The Polyphemus does end up falling, but he did tank a lot of damage there. This town center getting awfully close to falling. I would love to see some towers getting thrown up now on this location here. Kimo's full iron now, so you have to start getting some more value. There's the value. Sentry towers coming down. I'm sure we'll see watchtowers coming through very soon as well. We see carrier pigeons coming through for Matreiuss now, so we can see all of the map. Look at how strong that scouting is. He knows the villagers are on this gold mine. He's hitting the gold mine now, slowing down Kimo's gold production even more as he is really putting it to Kimo in this game. But Kimo's got now a sizable force here. Now Matreiuss is at 150 of 160 population. Kimo's at 149 of 160 population. It's looking like a lot of this army is simply just because he doesn't have the villagers out. He's lost so many, and he's kind of overdone it on a military, and that's just going to mean that Matreiuss needs to get out of force, get the watchtowers up, and fight this with full population. But he is moving forward onto this location. Fortress onto the trade route of Kimo. This is going to put an end to this gold income of Kimo. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. Do we see crenellations? No, we do not, but watchtowers is through. The Hoplite's taking this down. Every time you take down a building, there's militia here. So if he wants to take down the fortress, it's still going to be very hard for him to push through this. And they are going to be champion militia with fully armored champion militia as well. Absolutely brutal. As we're seeing another tower coming up over here. There's a potential to grab the Plenty Vault as well away from Kimo, which is something that not enough players prioritize because Kimo's really not put this Plenty Vault in a good position. And Kimo in this moment does decide he's got no gold in the bank. He's got no hope in this game. And that's GG. Well played by Matreiuss. That Hephaestus timing was so huge. And yet again, this is the telltale sign. 386 units killed to 262. If you check out the resource total, the resources was really close up until this point. And this is just ordering thing, honestly, that allowed Matreiuss to get to the Mythic Age first. He had a full, how long was this? Mythic Age 1730, 19, had 2 minutes of having 10 or 15 extra villages than his opponent. So it just starts going skyrocketing, and he uses those resources to get extra stuff. And then the timing with those upgrades allowed him to get that win. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.